I'm going to start by saying this is by far one of my favorite games I've played this year. I played at the beginning of the year. I wish I would have done the fucking review sooner rather than later, but it took some time to edit it because I'm lazy and I procrastinate, is what it is. This game is called Arctic Eggs, and it was amazing. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the interactions. The conversations were hilarious at times and also deep, which was wild. You'd run into people that would randomly start telling you, I don't need sex, and then bust out in a dance. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then you had someone talking about how they're doing an experiment with petrified meat or having meat rot in their room, and you're like, that's disgusting. And then I met a man who liked perching on a toilet like a bird, and I was sold. It was great. The game itself is not, break it down, you can't talk. You did something and you're now, I guess, forced to try to feed the entirety of this Arctic area. Oops, spit on you. Feed this entirety of this Arctic area eggs, bacon, bullets, cigarettes, heated up rocks, glasses, cooked beer, weird gizzards of fish, and fucking puffer, like just shit that you're like, why am I cooking this? But I guess that's the point. The entirety of the story, there is a question that is posed that I guess might be for like deep contemplation. I thought it was a wild question, and I've thought about it a couple times and even had a debate about it at work about a month and a half ago. And the question was, can you fry an egg on top of Mount Everest? And I don't know by what it means by actual fried, if that's a style of eggs. I personally like my eggs over hard. Do I think I could? Oh yeah, give me a fucking, what is it? Give me a little propane tank and a tiny grill, and I'll fucking chef me up an egg on up top there. Unless it's too cold to do it, but I've never been to the top of Everest with the equipment to make an egg. But do I think I could do it after this game? Fuck yeah, I do. I think, no questions asked, I could cook that, right? I like how the game ends. I'll say that it was kind of funny. You stroke a cock. There you go. But I'm going to read off the description in Steam, the tags, and then hopefully give my rating. This game, to me, I would recommend to anyone, to be 100% honest, just due to the story itself and the depth that it gives. This game is only $10, and you can probably find it on sale most of the time, which I recommend buying any game when it's on sale, but it's also $10 fucking dollars. So if you can't afford $10, maybe don't buy other things. Fix your financial situation before you worry about that. $10 is kind of cheap as an adult. If you're not an adult, to each their own. Figure it out. Steal a credit card. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. This game is eggs, perfection in two parts. The simple whites, the sublime yolk, each the lesser without its partner. Course in verses, a symphony of flavor. The catchy tune reminding us of warm baths and late night movies. The elevator music to which lies beyond. Honestly, now that I think of it, the music in the background might have been kind of elevator-y. But that doesn't necessarily do the game justice. But if that was anything that you were interested in, I promise you this game is beautiful. The graphics are definitely different. It is more of a walking cooking simulator than it is anything. But like I said before, the story I enjoyed, the conversations you have with all these people, sometimes weird yet deep, phenomenal. The moments of annoyance weren't even that bad. It was more comedy. It's like, why can't I flip this fucking egg? Why is this bullet shooting this piece of bacon across my screen every time I go to get ready to flip it? Why does this dolphin need me to make it food? Why are these people on drugs? Why does this random lady with a tube in her nose constantly ask me and everyone else, can we fry an egg atop of Mount Everest? If you want to know the answers, play the game. I'm not going to try to spoil everything because I did genuinely love this game. On Steam, the recent reviews, 143 of them, very positive. All reviews overwhelmingly positive. So they're pretty much in accordance to my thoughts, because as simple as this game is, it's about 4 hours to beat, maybe less. We could Google that real quick. One moment. Okay, no, I take that back. It's not 4 hours to beat. I just suck. It's 2 hours to beat. Main and extras, 2.5 hours. Completionist is about 3 hours. For me, it took me whole 4 hours. All right, it's like the Dark Souls of cooking. I'll leave that. Leave that for you to decide whether that's a fact or not. But it is. This game, by far, in any cooking game I've ever played, which is one other game, which was relatively simple. You put something on there and then you flip it and blah, 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 whatever. This game was the most difficult cooking game I have ever played, and I would label it the Dark Souls of cooking games. If you're good and you're better than me, you can beat it in 2 hours. I'll put it there. For me, 4 hours. The entire main story, 4 hours. Never touched the sandbox stuff and didn't really chase for all the other achievements outside of what was in the main story. But like I said, I had a great time with it. So here are the tags, and I'll let you know if these are true. And then you can tell me, based off these tags, if this is something that you would enjoy. I liked it. Whether you like it or not, that's not my problem. I'm just telling you my opinion and hopefully helping you either buy it, agree with it, disagree with it, or do whatever you do with your information that you gain. I'm not you. So, tag 1. Cooking. Yes. Physics. Oh, for sure. Sci-fi. Yes. I would even argue kind of like maybe Frostpunky because it takes place in, I guess, a futuristic Arctic area. My opinion. Surreal. Sure. Exploration, kind of, sort of. There's different areas you can go, so I guess that counts as exploration. Atmospheric, yes. A decent atmosphere, first person, 100% lore-rich. I don't know how lore-rich you would call someone telling you that they fucking have been studying meat, what is it? Not decaying, meat breaking down in their apartment. Like, I don't know how story rich that is. It is what it is. There is a background as to why everything is going the way it is if you listen to everything that the people are telling you. I just wouldn't say it's lore rich. I didn't feel like there was any deep lore to it. You kind of just get the story as you read and have the interactions with the people. So, to each their own. Crime, I didn't do anything wrong that I'm aware of. So, no. I mean, you are a criminal, clearly, because they take your voice away, and the only thing you're supposed to do is be the poultry prepper. And, yeah, so maybe prior to playing the game, I was a criminal, but I didn't feel the crime aspect there. Cyberpunk, yeah, maybe Frostpunk. I could be wrong on what actual definition each of those get. It was futuristic, and it was definitely more cyberpunky. So, yeah, Cyberpunk, maybe Frostpunk, I sprinkle that in there too, but I think maybe that's more of like a frozen wasteland or something. I don't know. I don't know that much about certain tags, we'll call them. Open world as minimal, maybe like a minimally open world. Maybe in the sandbox it feels more open worldy. Here you have to unlock stuff. It felt kind of linear with the choice to go to 3 other options after you feed enough people. Flight, not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. You like leave the fucking, at the end of the game, you fly off in a plane or like a futuristic looking plane. So if that's it, sure. Capitalism? No, not a single person paid me for my duty as the poultry prepper. So I don't know. Game development? I have what? Yeah, it's a developed game. That's fucking weird. Investigation. Sure, if you're fucking listening to what they say, maybe you're investigating something. You're basically just trying to cook so you can go cook for the Sage of Six Stomachs. Or, is it Sage? Might be the Sage. Six Stomachs. We'll call him Six Stomachs. You gotta cook for the big OG, and then you pretty much beat the game. That's your last thing that you have to do before you hop in the plane. What's the other one? Programming? Fuck no. I have no idea how, what? No. What? No, not at all. Stealth? No. Tutorial? I mean, there's one in the beginning. Horror? Not at all. Story rich? Yes. I would 100% say story rich. I would say game development, throw that to the fucking wind. Investigation, burn that. Programming, toss that. Stealth, toss that. Tutorial, what the fuck? Horror? Not really. I would say maybe like psychological, not even psychological horror. I would just argue that it's a psychological game and ask some weird questions. You do some weird things. You interact with some odd people. That's it. Some of these, I would have kept story rich, got rid of lore rich, capitalism, development, all that. Like I would have game development. Those don't deserve to be here. That just doesn't make sense to me as to why those tags are what this product is. But hey, neither here nor there. I didn't put them there. I think personally, this game, if you were to actually want something to play, or you had like, I don't know, 4 hours, and you were like, I want something that's different and I need to relax. It's not relaxing because like these fucking cooking these eggs is going to piss you off. But at the same time, if you needed something that was different, it's definitely different. The graphics on it, I would say, were more like retro for whatever that is for you. They're more retro graphics. They are less new, but the game itself came out May 16th, 2024. So I played it in 2025 at the beginning of it, and I highly recommend it. Like I can't praise this game enough. Outside of the fact that I will say this, when the credits roll, wait till they're done. There's another scene after. I didn't know that. I mean, I got it in the video, in the clip. If you want to go watch it, more than welcome to. Highly recommend it. If you don't want to play it, watch me play it. Why? Because it helps me out. That's just, I mean, whatever. Call me selfish. But all in all, if you're looking for a different style of game, you're looking for something that you might not normally play, I recommend starting here or playing a game like Mouthwashing. Both of those phenomenal games. So, with that being said, let's rate this. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I really genuinely liked it. I'll give it a 9 flat out of 10. We'll recommend this to other people. We'll tell people to play it. And to be honest, if you haven't played it, I think you should, just for the experience. These are one of those games. It's like maybe very few people will have played it, but if you've met someone who has, you're like, my boy or my girl or my human. We should say that. God forbid you sex someone that doesn't want to be sexed is what you sex them as. I get kind of mad at that without you knowing, but it is. Neither here nor there. I'm not here to hurt people's feelings. So, 9 out of 10. Highly recommend, and I hope that helps you buy the game. Want to get the game, not get the game, I don't know. I feel like this was a little, I don't know, it's early. I'm tired. Maybe the review could have been better, but like every other one that I've done that's been months since it's been played, pisses me off in the point of like, I probably should have sat down and done this once I beat it, but I do still highly recommend this game. Go get the game for yourself. It's only fucking $10. If you can't afford that, fix your finances, come back and get it. Outside of that, like, comment, subscribe, say something nice, say something mean, and until the next review.